So, Stankfield. Hey, it's Stank. Leaked audio reveals Kevin McCarthy recommended Trump resign. That's what that Chiron says. Trump advisor rips leaked audio of Kevin McCarthy bashing Trump on Stank. Zero integrity. And that's why I got popcorn today, kids. That's why I brought popcorn. Because this is one of those days where whenever you interview Trump or watch a rally, he can't help but shit on his own party. And boy, oh boy, are they having a rough time right now with all this Kevin McCarthy leaked audio. And apparently there's a lot more to come. Everybody wants to believe that Liz Cheney leaked this audio when apparently she wasn't even there to record it. Or like he's talking to her on the phone and you can barely hear her because she's not there, but then she's the one who recorded it. Somebody in his office friggin' hates McCarthy. And I think that would be everyone. But let's find out. This is ex-Trump advisor. Who's this? Oh, Dick Morris. Shit.
Kevin McCarthy did lie. He claimed to support Trump publicly when he wanted to make him resign privately.
Terrible.
So we have no tolerance for this backroom bullcorn. I don't have.
Yeah, no bullcorn at all. Just popcorn. As I don't know. Not bullcorn.
You don't have it. None of us have it. McCarthy needs to step down from leadership.
Right away. I agree. Bam. Out immediately. Put somebody who knows what they're doing in charge. Somebody who's got a strategic mind. Somebody who can really craft the message for the Republicans going into the midterms. I'm thinking Lauren Boebert. If she's not available, MTG. Put Matt Gaetz in there. They could do it as a tag team. It's not like either one of them is going to be busy with shit outside the Congress to keep them. I'm saying.
I doubt that he will. So, folks.
Yeah, I doubt he will too. It's weird, Stank. It's almost as if the Republicans listen to you less than Democrats do.
What does all this mean for Kevin McCarthy's political?
Yeah, what does it mean? Tell me. I'm very excited.
Future. I'm joined now by former advisor to Presidents Clinton and Trump and host of Dick Morris Democracy.
And man most likely to be voted arrested while driving an ice cream truck for violating an order to stay 500 yards away from a school, Dick Morris.
Here on Newsmax, Dick Morris is with us. Dick, welcome.
Good to be here, Grant.
So
it's Stank. It's pronounced Stank.
What do you make of this, Dick? And
what do you make of this, Dick?
What do you think it means for McCarthy?
Well, it's hard to watch someone committing ritual suicide on tape, but that's what we...
By the way, a man set himself on fire in front of the Supreme Court on Friday. True. A climate activist and a Buddhist set himself on fire, tried to kill himself. People put him out. He was taken to the hospital. He perished at the hospital. Very sad. There is no way Dick Morris doesn't know this.
Just watched with McCarthy. McCarthy was an acquired taste to Republican conservatives. And he's a California Republican, which is, you know, a little suspect in the first
You know what that means.
place, certainly.
Yeah, like Devin Nunes, for example, or
numbered. And he's never really been a movement conservative like a Gingrich was.
No, he's sort of a bowel movement conservative.
Or others have been. But I think that for McCarthy, it probably means that he's going to have to leave. And I think that Trump will make sure that he has to leave.
How? How? First of all, no. He's protecting him now the same way he's protecting Vance.
For the Republican Party, I don't think much. They'll have other leaders, and they'll do really well. Scalise, for example, the guy who was shot in what really was a terrorist attack, could be a candidate for that.
As opposed to what? Fake terrorist attacks? Oh, I think that's a Jan 6.
Dick, I can tell you, I ran.
Yes, it's true. He can tell you, Dick.
Congress in 2011 in a Republican primary. I lost, obviously.
Obviously. Thanks for the reminder, Stank. We knew.
I was calling out problems with Kevin McCarthy all the way back then. I've been warning about this guy.
And you didn't win? That's weird. He won his election. Huh. Weird.
Long time. I know you're very close to President Trump. How do you think he takes this? Have you talked to him about it?
No, and if I did, I would keep my head well away from the phone because my eardrums couldn't handle what would
Your eargerms?
out the other end. McCarthy has been walking a tightrope. The only way McCarthy survives this is that he looks good by comparison with McConnell.
I ran out of popcorn. No, I still have some left. Still have some popcorn left. If this keeps up, I'm going to have to go into the house and get another bag. I'm just saying.
And that's not very good at all. So let me offer up some of the problems that we now face, and that's the media being able to use this to push more January 6th nonsense. Even Joe Biden jumped on it in a bizarre way, as Joe Biden is always bizarre when he speaks. Sure. But let me play this clip for you and then get your reaction.
This ain't your father's Republican Party. Not a joke. All you got to do is look what is being played this morning about the tape that was released. Anyway, you know, but all kidding aside, this is the MAGA party now. It's, you know, you got the senator from Texas and others. These guys are a different breed of cat.
Yep.
I don't know what he's talking about other than
he means Ted Cruz, and these people are not your standard Republican at all.
He's right. It is a MAGA party now, and the guy.
Right. Exactly. That's its problem.
Texas, maybe Cruz is a good conservative.
Yeah, he's great. And you know what I like about him is his machismo. He doesn't sound at all like somebody slammed George H.W. Bush's balls in a car door.
What are you talking about, Dick?
Well, it is perfectly true that the Republican Party has undergone what at the time was really a hostile takeover. Now it's a friendly takeover by...
No, it isn't. It was a hostile takeover. There's no friendly version after the fact. It literally is a loyalist wipeout.
Donald Trump.
Hold on, I'm going to sneeze.
And the rhinos are gone. They're being banished one at a time. You can see the hit list of people who voted to impeach.
Maybe this helped.
Well, that was an edit.
All of us America First patriots.
Yeah,
here. People
totally
in
does.
flyover nations, they call it. I broadcast from Texas. Maybe
Texas isn't a fucking flyover state. Stop acting like you're in Arkansas, asshole, or even that you care. Here's the funny thing. If Stank goes anywhere, he flies right over the states that are in the middle of the country. Iowa, Kansas, Arkansas, Missouri. He doesn't stop in those fucking places. He goes from Texas to New York, or Texas to Wyoming to fucking duck hunt or some shit.
Maybe this helps us.
Yeah, it does. I think more tape of your leaders should come out. I agree.
McCarthy's getting caught on tape to really open the eyes that there are rhinos in Washington, and President Trump was right.
And by the way, I just saw that go by in the chat, but you're absolutely right. If only Peter Lorre was alive, this is the role he was born to play.
I think absolutely. I think that McCarthy is a holdover from an earlier era of Republican leadership.
Yeah, he's so old. You know what I mean? It's like a different era entirely.
Guys like Hastert, who really were, in effect, rhinos.
Hastert? Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, I think he probably took rhino horn at some point.
And I think that it's good to have them outed. The interesting thing is, if he goes away...
Wait a minute. Are you saying McCarthy and Hastert? Hastert was busted as a pedophile. Are you saying there's some other tape about McCarthy that's yet to come out? Dick?
Who takes his place? My own preference would be Scalise, who...
yes, you mentioned him earlier.
Was shot and...
Was he shot? Did you mention that he was shot? You should probably, the next time you say Scalise, mention he was shot.
Survived it and didn't go crying in his soup. I think...
He went to the hospital and recovered. What do you mean, didn't go crying in his soup? What the fuck are you talking about?
The whole bit about January 6th is so totally phony. So welcome to the real world, guys. You were in a demonstration, a riot, and
yeah, you were in a demonstration, a riot. It's all phony. I mean, not to the cops who were, you know, the cop that was tased so many times he had a heart attack.
And the way you handled the recount and the way you handled all of the court cases, it's understandable that that happened. And
how was it handled? We had dozens of them. Nothing fucking happened.
Wake up and face reality, guys. And the fact that
isn't that the truth?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that, I mean, you and me, I mean, honestly, like, Joe.
The fact that they were all crying over their spilled milk. My God, our lives.
Now I'm confused. When you cry over spilled milk, does that go right into your soup?
In jeopardy by an unarmed group of people.
No, they had guns in a truck nearby, and there were organized groups. Also, arms do not just aren't just guns. The idea also that if you beat a cop, you can take their gun, which they did, if you'll recall. Oh, the guy jumps over. I think this is a, like, trying to save me from myself situation. Yeah, where they won't allow the audio to play while it's on screen. Could possibly be that reason.
Spies us. See, Kevin McCarthy.
Hold on, right? Let's see. I think we're here. Hold on. I'm gonna have to re-up my software. Apparently, it's trying to, you know, protect me from copyright. Which
no, and if I did, I would keep my head.
Right.
MAGA party now, and the guy.
All right, whatever.
McCarthy's getting caught on tape to really open the eyes that there are rhinos in Washington, and President Trump was right.
They're everywhere. Yeah, I wouldn't trust, if I was a Republican right now, I wouldn't trust any of these guys. I think you got to do a clean sweep. I think you should run 9, 10, 15 people in each primary. I think they should all have to leg wrestle for dominance. I think you should check everyone's testosterone levels, even the women. That should be your predicate as a Republican for running somebody. And if they refuse to do it, obviously you know they're a commie. So don't let them even in the battle. Once they're in, though, you know, like there should just be an onslaught or whatever. Screw debate. You pulled out of the debates for a reason. It should be arm wrestling, and then a Dirty Harry trivia. And whoever gets to the front, then you, sorry.
Yeah, I think absolutely. I think that McCarthy is a holdover from an earlier era, in effect, rhinos. And I think that it's good to have them outed. The interesting thing is, if he goes away, who takes his place?
Yes.
My own preference
Scalise, right.
Didn't go crying in his soup.
There we go.
I think this whole bit about January 6th is so totally phony.
Crying over spilled milk.
So welcome to the real world, guys. You were in a demonstration, a riot. And the way you handled the recount and the way you handled all of the court cases, it's understandable that that happened.
Yeah.
And wake up and...
Yeah, it's understandable. Yeah. I mean, look, obviously, Al Gore ended up winning the 2000 election, and, you know, Democrats didn't attack the Capitol because the Supreme Court that was leaning right at the time interfered with the ability and stopped the ability of Florida to count its votes and made them stop counting while Bush was ahead. Had they allowed the count to go on, he would have lost, and Gore would have been president. You know, but you can expect that if something like that happens, Democrats are going to, of course, storm the Capitol and beat cops with a Blue Lives Matter flag. Which we didn't even have at that time. We'd have to make them up.
Guys. And
we'd have to beat them with a rolled up poster of an inconvenient truth, which also wouldn't have happened because that movie wasn't out yet.
Isn't that the truth?
Yeah, and the fact that they were all crying over their spilled milk. My God, our lives were in jeopardy by an unarmed group of people.
They brought a gallows, fucko.
We actually had to meet a constituent.
Give me a break on it all.
Yeah.
Exactly. Dick Morris, as always, thank you. Have a great weekend.